Hello, my name is Todd Standing. I'm from the Sylvanic Cooperation and now from Bigfoot North and BigfootNorth.com and the feature film documentary that's in its final stages of post-production, Bigfoot North, starring myself, Jeff Meldrum, PhD, Idaho State University professor, and PhD John Bennernagel. There have been a few questions about the documentary and the purpose of why we have it up on Kickstarter. We intend to use 100% of the proceeds from the sale of this documentary to finish off the species protection and recognition we started in Canada 5 or 6 years ago, and the species protection and recognition that we're working towards right now in the United States. With the funding provided by 60,000 sales, my team of wilderness experts and PhDs will go into the field in 2015 and get enough evidence to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt the hominid species commonly referred to as Bigfoot is an absolute reality. The question is, how are we going to do this? Well, there were 4 parameters I needed that I've achieved that will allow us to take this to the next level, because I'm tired of going into the woods and doing like I've done on multiple TV shows and getting Sasquatch to come around and looking at their tracks and having their apples taken. No more superficial work like that. We've taken it to that level. We've proven that we can do that. I've got a PhD and a celebrity who's on television who has 10 years worth of successful wilderness TV shows within 50 yards of a Sasquatch and a sighting. So now the next step is taking the technology necessary and bringing it out into the field and having a 24/7 study of the species for 1 year. We'll achieve that with drone technology. As of 2014, there is now technology that exists with thermal cameras where I can take a thermal camera, put it up in the air with a drone, and follow a Sasquatch for 24/7. Follow a Sasquatch that will lead to a group of Sasquatch. Now we'll be able to count individuals in that particular region, watch them as they hunt or gather for whatever food sources that they must need to survive. Since the technology exists, and you know that I can get within 50 yards of them to identify the heat signature, that's absolutely essential. When you have a drone flying over the wilderness, how do you tell the difference between a Sasquatch or an elk or a deer? Now that I can get them with, basically the plan will go like this. I go out into the field, spend whatever time I need to get a Sasquatch to come within a certain distance of me. Drone's in the air, drone captures that signature, and for 8 months straight, we will follow that Sasquatch and its group wherever it goes, whatever it does. Since I've been working with drones for 2 years, the technology absolutely beyond a shadow of doubt exists. It just costs money to buy that technology, and that's what the funding for this documentary is for. So the technology needed to exist. We had to have somebody that could identify the appropriate heat signature. We had to have the terrain sparse enough where a heat signature could be followed. In places like Oregon and California, where they have those enormous trees that are hundreds of feet tall and this gigantic canopy and lush vegetation on the ground, there's no way we could follow a heat signature. In my research site in Radium, the vegetation is sparse to say the least. We would have no trouble following around a species that gives off a heat signature, which was the 4th and final parameter. I have actually filmed a Sasquatch, and I am absolutely certain, and I have the expertise and have worked with thermal cameras enough where I know that A, Sasquatch does give off a thermal heat signature, unlike bears. Bears do not. I couldn't follow bears with thermal signatures. So they do. And secondly, again, we have the vegetation, we have the environment, we have everything that we need to commit to this study to get it finished. Can you imagine a 24/7 study of Sasquatch, a group of Sasquatch, as they move, as they forage, as they hunt, as they gather berries, as they eat the salmon? And we can gather scat. We can do this without them ever knowing that we were watching them the entire time. So with the technology, we can get this done. And you're asking yourself, of course, how do I know beyond a shadow of a doubt they show up thermally? Have a look at this still. This is a video still of a Sasquatch I filmed 2 years ago after operating a thermal camera for approximately 6 months, becoming extremely proficient with the thermal camera. This is a Sasquatch I filmed. This Sasquatch is 30 feet in the air in a tree with no branches. It's holding itself up with one arm, and you'll see this video entirely and 4 other brand new Sasquatch videos in the production Bigfoot North. It's an exceptional, amazing production. You're going to love it. There's never been anything like it. Live interactions with Sasquatch, a PhD's entire journey as he witnesses a Sasquatch, and all the other amazing things you're going to see that are going to blow your mind. Spectacular Sasquatch documentary like you've never seen. You're going to enjoy it. You're going to be entertained by it, and the proceeds and the funding from this production will go towards definitive proof of the miracle that exists out in the forests of North America. Sasquatch is real, and fund this documentary so we can get out there and finalize it, prove it, and they can start studying it in books and universities, and I can retire. Thank you very much.